It's the Joe Conley Show!
Alright, welcome to my show. Big day today. Very big day. Today, we're going to talk about how the Americans nuked Nagasaki and Hiroshima, and to help spread some knowledge, we have Lieutenant Bryce Frazier. Glad to be here. Great to be here. Good to be here. Alright, start things off. Why did you drop the bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki?
Well, we wanted to get out of the war as fast as possible.
Why did you want to get out of the war so fast?
Because they had no regard for their lives, and they would sacrifice their lives to take ours.
So what was it like out there in the battlefield?
It was terrible. I was very scared. We would never know when those kamikaze pilots would attack us.
What were your feelings toward the Japanese?
We hated them a lot. I remember one time when a pilot crashed into our boat, and we took his bones and made them into jewelry.
It's harsh. Well, that's all the questions we have for right now. We're going to cut to commercial and we'll be back with a Japanese guest, so it's good.
Dum dum, diddle dum dum, diddle dum dum, diddle dum dum. There was a turtle by the name of Bert, and Bert the turtle was very alert. When danger threatened him, he never got hurt. He knew just what to do. He ducked and covered, ducked and covered.
Sometimes you just walk away with your friends when an atom bomb comes. Sometimes you might be playing Frizz Tree and an atom bomb comes.
Welcome back to the show. We just had the American side of the story with Lieutenant Bryce Frazier. Now we have a special Japanese guest, Jae Se-dong. He doesn't speak any English, so he brought along a translator, Dr. Derek DeSense. Great to have you guys. Very great to have you. Hello. Hello. Pleasure to have you on the show. Very excited you can fly all the way from Japan to be in my show to talk about this tragic day many years ago. But let's ask a couple questions and then we'll be done. Is that okay? How is he related to the bombings that happened?
He was a kamikaze pilot that never got deployed.
Could he see the bombs from where he was?
He says what he saw just looked like big mushroom.
Do you know anyone that lost their lives in the bombing?
Says he lost many friends and family in a tragic day.
That's tragic. I feel your loss. Let's can we all please have a moment of silence to respect the dead. Alright, thank you. We have one more question for him. And I'd like to know what are his feelings toward the Americans today?
He hates the Americans, especially you.
Cut! Sometimes when you're playing hacky sack and then an atom bomb drops.
Back to the Joe Conley Show.
Well, welcome back to the show. Lieutenant Bryce Frazier had a stir-up of emotion, so we brought Lieutenant Wood. Good morning, Wood.
Good morning to you too.
How are you?
I'm great.
Fantastic. Alright. What can you tell me about the development of nuclear bombs?
Well, it all started with Test 1. Test 1 was a set standard of destruction. It was 100 tons of TNT and was equivalent to 0.1 kilotons.
Okay, so what came next?
Next came our first test of the atomic bomb called Trinity. Trinity was 21 kilotons and was 210 times bigger than Test 1.
Ooh, that's a big bomb.
Big bomb.
So, now this is where the bombing of Japan happens, right?
Exactly. Hiroshima was the first place we bombed, and that was hometown of Jae Se-dong's.
You killed my family. You brought great dishonor to my family.
I'm sorry to hear that. Hiroshima was the first bombing place, like I said earlier, and it was called Little Boy. It was 15 kilotons. The next place we bombed was called Nagasaki, and it was 20 kilotons and was called Fat Man.
Jay Sedong, have you any comments?
He says he wants to drop a fat man on fat man over here.
I've heard about enough of this. You just... God, stop it, God! Look, as you know, Lieutenant Bryce Fraser's in the war. In World War II, we have some video footage to show you how awful it was, how horrific and terrible that war was. Roll the clip, please.
Rolling.
See any Jack?
Back to the Joe Conley Show.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. Jay Sedong was getting in a fight, so we had no choice but to kick him out. We have translator and Lieutenant Bryce Fraser. He had to finish off the show. So, now that we know everything that happened during the bombing, what made the whole thing start, Lieutenant?
Well, the bombing of Pearl Harbor started the war between the U.S. and Japan.
And why did they bomb Pearl Harbor?
Well, all the immediate forces were naval. Therefore, since Pearl Harbor held a majority of the naval forces in the Pacific, bombing there was ideal. Also, Pearl Harbor was the closest to Japan compared to their other options.
So what was the reason they wanted to attack us in the first place?
Well, shut it. I know this one.
Okay.
At first we were allies, but whenever they wanted to share at the Treaty of Versailles, we said no, putting pressure on the British to end their alliance, leaving Japan alone. Later we imposed an embargo on steel and scrap metal, forcing them to move to southern Indochina. FDR didn't want to cut off oil because he knew it would start a war, but it still happened. So later we gave them the option to get out of southern Indochina and we'll partially lift the oil embargo, but Chiang Kai-shek denied, making them attack.
Alright, there you have it, folks. This is all the time we have for the show. Now we know everything we need to know about the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Now, I'll leave you with a special band performance by The Tanks.
Play